Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Pisces December 16, 2022. You could temporarily lose some motivation today, or you could feel doubt as you reassess specific paths or projects. Demotivation can have to do with your worldview, and you may need some refueling in the inspiration department. It might help to focus on letting go of negative feelings to make room for more joy in your life. With the Sun in your solar 9th house, you're focusing on the bigger picture, but its square to Neptune today points to a tendency to feel a little held back by some untied issues. Uncertainty is part of this, and while it's uncomfortable, the sooner you either take care of it or learn to live with it, the better. Misjudging things is more likely with today's transits, so it's best to leave assessments open-ended. Beware the treacherous energy of today. In fact, it is one of the murkiest days of the entire year. As the mighty Sun soars through the sky like the majestic beacon that he is, he will clash in a square with the watery seas of ethereal Neptune. This guarantees that confusion, deception, insecurity, and discouragement will lie behind every corner. If you're feeling lost in your emotions, don't let them get the best of you, and by all means don't run away to alcohol, drugs, or addictions, as you'll end up regretting it. Time to get it together today. As the moon enters organized Virgo, you may feel more productive than usual. But do not let the nervous restlessness of the lunar energy make you feel like you are in a tailspin. Since the Sun in Sagittarius will also square Neptune in Pisces, it might be time to get somewhat organized as you move forward in your professional journey. Luckily, the intuitive yet deliberate lunation can help you feel more self-assured with nailing down the details so that you do not entertain any professional gray areas. The moon's last visit to your work sector for the year is a multifaceted production that is bringing the professional and money gods together. In the heart of Venus and Mercury's first full week in your career sector, the moon's last visit work sector for the year and before the dwarf planet Ceres leaves next week is connecting with planets across the income, work, and career fronts, right in the heart of the working week. Whatever you gave yourself yesterday in terms of food and exercise may not be appropriate for today. Try to vary your behavior and still be conscious of the needs of the body. Consider forms of exercise that you have never participated in. Consider why this is. Are there body issues that keep you from possibly enjoying certain forms of exercise? Today's aspect assists you in probing these depths. Try tapping into memories of early childhood experiences on the playground. It's a fun day, and if you haven't taken some time off recently, this is the perfect time to do so. Not every day can be about ambition and the active pursuit of your goals. You do need to take time away from the grind every now and then to maintain good mental health. Fun and plenty of laughter is part of the 5 days' essence, and it brings balance to the serious-minded. Leave the competition and fast pace behind for a while. Make plans to get together with a couple friends for some social time, if possible. It is less a case that the stars are sending mixed messages today and more that there is just a lot going on. On the one hand, the moon has returned to not only create some stunning days across the income, work, and career fronts, but in a way that is just a taste of things to come. Yet at the same time, a day after the moon left a fun, playful, romantic, and creatively charged part of your chart as the Sun moves into his final week in an adventurous part, he is working to ensure life doesn't become all work and no play. Before leaving your romantic sector yesterday, the moon spent its final hours at a friendly aspect to the Sun, who today moves into his last 7 days in an adventurous part of your chart. While the moon has moved on, after Venus left an adventurous part of your chart over the weekend, this has given her mission to bring the spirit of romance and adventure together its second wind. Our eyes in the sky. Themes today revolve around passion, activity, optimism, and the way energy moves. Be aware of your personal boundaries, and remove yourself from any situation in which people don't respect your thoughts or voice. Confusion could hang fairly thick in the air, so try not to get immersed in situations that don't make sense to you. Watch out for gaslighting behavior in yourself and others, and don't let anyone invalidate your feelings with conversational gymnastics. Intensify contacts to people, because they find you particularly likable right now. Plan your leisure time with family and good friends, and most importantly, make your plans together. You might feel like ringing up an old friend. The time is perfect to revive and strengthen old ties. This will make it easy for you to make new contacts and maybe even lifelong friendships. You may feel that others are acting unusually. You must quietly accept their conduct and not get upset if things temporarily don't go your way. Maybe you're more irritable and easily upset by things that have not mattered for a long time, or possibly the answer is just a simple case of getting some much-needed rest. The desire to break free from restrictive situations is real today, and you might have trouble focusing on tasks at work or school. Remember to ground yourself and focus on your breath if you feel overwhelmed. Use the energy today to set your intention to pursue your wildest dreams, but don't take any drastic action now. The lunar energy can be unpredictable and unstable, so expect the unexpected today and try not to let people or situations get the better of you. After midnight, the moon enters Virgo, exiting its void of course which began yesterday morning. During this lunar period, we achieve emotional equilibrium via organizational or logistical efforts. We want our lives to run as efficiently as possible, and are attracted to systems that mitigate stressors. Over the next 2 days, we look for ways to be of service to others. This can be a very productive time, ideal for decluttering our surroundings and getting routines in good working order. However, with such high standards, we can also be especially critical of others and ourselves. Whatever you take on seems to work out well, and everyone who you come into contact with admires the enthusiasm and expertise you show, giving a welcome boost to your self-confidence. Make sure you respect those who admire you and don't behave in an egotistical way. You may still need their continuing support if things do not turn out as expected. Go out and enjoy life to the full. You exude an inner calm and spontaneity that others find irresistible, so join in activities with them. Start a new hobby or visit an old friend. Whatever you do, reflect and find out what's been on your mind. Unable to connect with others as easily as normal, you feel misunderstood, deciding those around you are behaving unacceptably. It is important to allow some distance between you, rather than have endless discussions. Incorporate their point of view and feelings, which ultimately enhances your relationship. After sunup, the Sagittarius Sun squares off with Neptune in Pisces, facilitating self-deception. We might feel guilty, ashamed, or paranoid about actions taken, even if they don't warrant such scrutiny. As our self-esteem takes a nosedive, those with malicious intent recognize our vulnerable state and may seek to exploit it. We risk placing our faith in bad actors and becoming gullible to their schemes. If possible, avoid making deals or important decisions today. Steer clear of mind-altering or addictive substances. Expect misunderstandings or misdiagnoses. This is a better transit to use for artistic or creative experimentation than spiritual studies or divinatory practices.